3 months came and went, and on the 4th month, she pulled me to the side and she said, Sheila, I want to tell you about something. I said, okay. She said, I'm just on the Slim. She has some very serious medical problems in the past and decided just to try the Slim. And she said, it's been 3 months and I haven't lost anything. No inches, no weight. My husband measures me, weighs me every day. She said, but I believe that my body is feeling better. She said, and I'm going to trust that something will happen. I'm waiting for the good stuff to happen. I am sleeping a little bit better and things like that, but I'm waiting because I hear everybody else's testimonies. I'm a little jealous, but I'm waiting. Number 4th month come around, and her husband David said, Cynthia, you look different. Let's measure. She came to the meeting, and she pulled me to the side again. She said, I know you're not going to believe this. She said, but remember when I talked to you maybe 2 weeks ago? And I said, yes. She said, since then, I've lost 10 inches and 10 pounds. Just like that. Then, in the next 6 weeks, she went on to lose a total of 32 pounds and 43 inches. Now, I ask you, most people after 90 days would have been, whoops, next. But I believe we have to give our bodies time enough to make the adjustments that it needs to make so that good things start happening. She would have never lost 38 pounds and 43 inches if she would have given up. She'd still be just like she was, looking for the next best thing. So let's don't get impatient. Let's know that we're trying to get healthy. Okay, so you need to be a product of the product. Does that mean you need to take all 6 products? No. Do you need to take Slim? Yes. Okay? You need to be a product of the product. If you don't need to lose any weight, and you're one of those people saying, every time I drink a Slim, I just can hardly eat, well then let's take a half a Slim. Let's take a Slim every other day. Figure it out, but when a person says, so do you take it? What should your answer be? Absolutely. And I'm going to give you a story. My daughter, 5'8", weighs 118 pounds on a good day. Okay? Yeah, don't like her. And, you know, she loves to visit boutiques. And one day she called me and she said, Mother, she said, it was so hard to make a decision on this dress she needed for something. I was like, why? She said, everything was good on me. So, you know, yeah. So, and I said, huh? Yeah. And so anyway, so I'm sure it was the most expensive the dress that would probably look the best because I think that's the one I paid for. But anyway, she's now 27 years old. She still looks pretty good. And she has never seen me do my little, what I call my little song and dance, right? Because when she left for college, she never came back. She left for college and she's moved all around. She's like always about the next adventure. She's a therapist. She moved to upstate Mississippi, went to Mississippi University for Women, then she moved to North Carolina to go get her master's, and then she moved to Wilmington for her first job, and now she just got married at City Park in New Orleans in November, and she's moved to Katy, Texas, and there's a little problem with getting her license transferred from North Carolina to Texas, a little slow process. So I go to Texas with Tarl, because we're talking to people in Houston, and he said, let's do that Katy area. And I said, okay, my daughter lives there. So I called her and said, hey, come see what I do. And she's like, yeah, right, you know. So anyway, I mean, she knows about it and she appreciates it because it paid for her wedding. And she's like, if she called me, I said I was busy, no problem, you know, because she wanted to make sure I did all the places I could do to pay for that wedding. And so we get there, and her husband's a finance major. He audits oil companies and stuff, insurance auditor, you know, but whatever. So all that busy work. And so after the meeting, he leans over to her and he goes, and why aren't we making this kind of money? Right? And the first thing they did is they went home and had a plexus. Neither one of them need to lose weight. But he said, your mother said, number 8 is. Okay? You know, he's analytical. Last but not least, you need to be a product of the product. So she started taking the product. She goes, Mama, I'll lose weight. I'm like, no, I don't think you'll lose any weight. You don't have any weight to lose, but we'll see what happens. She has irritable bowel syndrome. Guess what? It's helping. Okay? She's a product of the product. Maybe when she does events and people see her, maybe they think she lost 200 pounds. I don't know. Right now, she's a product of the product. But what I'm saying is whether you need to lose product, you know, or not, you just need to be a product of the product. You don't need to take them all, but you do need to be on Slim. You know, guys, Slim just makes you feel good. You know, I am most impressed when I see people I haven't seen in a year. And they look at me and they're like, oh, the weight's still off. Yeah. So you still taking that Slim stuff? Duh. Remember, if you treat this business like a hobby, you'll get hobby pay. But if you treat it like $1 million business, guess what? You're going to get paid accordingly. And it's just up to you. And $1 million business can be making $500 a month, you guys. Whatever $1 million business means to you is what you can get out of it. This is a wide open page. You can do whatever you want to do with this business. I know the gentleman here earlier said, I've got to come back one day and bring my wife because she's kind of negative because I sold Amway. Well, you know what? We don't even begin to compare or even try to compare with any other networking company out there, because if you remember on the very first part of the what if, one of the first things they say is we do not want to be the typical network marketing company. And I believe we're on the way to not be a typical weight loss company, networking company. But let me tell you where that starts. Us. You see, we're on the bottom floor of something that has nowhere to go but up. And there can be another 5,000 of us, and guess where we're going to be? On the bottom floor. We have nowhere to go but up. So in my opinion, we have an opportunity to mold this company exactly the way we want it to be. So there's a right way and a wrong way. There's no gray area. There's a right way and a wrong way. And depending on what we do as a company at this point, we will either grow up defending ourselves or we'll grow up proud of what we are. And I choose to go the other way. I don't want to defend who I am and why I am and anything about Plexus. So we have an opportunity to mold this company the way we want it. So why don't we start doing it right from the beginning? Here's what I want to tell you. Today is the first day of your business. I do not care what you did yesterday. I don't care what you've done last month. Today is the first day of your business. And you need to have that attitude, because if I say something to you today in the training and you go, oh darn, I hadn't been doing that, it does not matter. It does not matter. Not that I don't care, but it does not matter. Today is what? First day of your business. Why not? Isn't it great to be a fresh start? It's a new year, new you. Let's work the business and do it right from the beginning. If you know that there are other people doing it wrong, should you go like reprimand them? No. But you might direct them to someone who could help them. Lead by example. You know what? No one wants to follow. Exactly. And we can set ourselves up for the big old failure if we do it wrong. So we got to set ourselves up for success. If you have a fear of success, get over it. Really. You need to get over it. How many of you know Danny Johnson? I know some of y'all listen to Danny Johnson. You know her big thing is the only thing holding you back is whatever excuse you're using. I'm going to talk about Charlene. Y'all know Charlene? Sanami, whoever, whatever. Yeah. She's a good friend of mine, but I still can't pronounce her last name. I just call her Charlene. And she doesn't care. I love it. And so, Charlene considers herself to be a shy person. Now, she's an Emerald Ambassador, and she considers herself to be a shy person. The other day, she told me, she said, you know, Sheila, I'm always talking about I'm so shy. And I was like, yeah. And she said, it's just an excuse. She said, I've been living behind it. It's my excuse for something doesn't go quite right. Well, you know, I am a shy person. It's just an excuse. Now, there are some good excuses out there. She's gone, but she has 5 kids in homeschools. Talking about some excuses. Okay, she could come up with some really good excuses of why she doesn't want to sell it, why she doesn't even have time to take it. She could come up with some really good excuses. But I believe no matter what your excuse is, you can go around it, you can go through it, you can go under it, but you need to figure it out. You need to figure out what is your excuse that you keep telling everybody and get around it. Don't let it hold you back, because if you do, it always will, no matter what it is. Do you need to be someone that can stand up here and train like me? No. You're not Sheila, you're who you are, okay? And you have talents of what you are. Look, I fly by the seat of my pants, so I appreciate that I've got some people around that are more analytical. I need those people by me. You know what they say is, if you're not good at something, sponsor somebody that is. Right? I can't stand putting this stuff together, so I sponsor somebody that loves to write down, that listens to what I say and then compiles it, puts it in writing. Thank you. Right? That's the only way I'm going to get it in writing. So, sponsor somebody that's good at what you do. If you think you're shy, go sponsor somebody that's not shy. And hang